Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I hope you are well across the world. Yeah, it's Monday morning. It is very, very cold in Johannesburg, right? It's very, very cold in Johannesburg. That's why you see I'm wearing my gown this morning. But let's talk about Chelsea. So I've come to a conclusion that we don't have defense at all, right? We don't have leadership at the back. We don't have central defenders, right? Everybody saw what happened against Sunderland. You cannot concede a goal like that if you want to compete for the Champions League, if you want to compete for the league. You can't do that, right? If you look at what Arsenal is doing, right? Arsenal has actually built their team from the defense, right? Gabriel is doing exceptional well. He's the best defender in the world at the moment. This is exactly what we should have done. I understand the argument. A lot of my friends were talking about, no, look, Arsenal has been building this team for years and years and years, and this is what Chelsea are trying to do, and all those kind of things. But the bottom line is that we don't have defenders. All those 4 5 defenders that we currently have now, they don't deserve to play for Chelsea. I think they can, right now, as we speak now, they won't even get into the Sunderland team. So it's something that Chelsea needs to think about. I think, especially in January, I think that they must bring back Sa from Strasbourg. He's doing exceptionally well there. We saw him play over the weekend. He's doing very well. So I think they must bring him back and try to check who among the current defenders they must either sell or send on loan. Otherwise, we have big, big, big trouble. We are in a big trouble. The situation is not even looking good. Look at this table, right? Look at this table, how it's looking. Chelsea is not even the top six as we stand, right? I think we Chelsea is actually number 9 or number 10 at the moment. Arsenal is doing exceptionally well. They are on the top of the league with 22 points, right? And look at on the between number 2 and number 3, right? There's Bournemouth, there's Sunderland. Sunderland, a team that was promoted this season, is actually on top there. And you know what? They for 17 points. All what they want now, right? All what they want now, they're looking at about 12 to 15 points. They have survived relegation. That's what they're looking for. In historically, the team that are relegated, right, will have between 35 and 40 points, right? 35 and 40 points, they will be relegated, right? But as we stand now, they're already halfway through. Mm. They are already halfway through. So the chances that they won't be relegated this season. Of course, your Wolves, your West Hams of this world, your Nottingham Forest of this world, that's where the competition of relegation is, and they're struggling, right? But we are not here to talk about those guys. Those guys, they'll sort themselves out. We're talking about how pathetic Chelsea is at the moment. They're very pathetic. And the problem is that they are not consistent. They are not consistent, and I wonder what needs to happen for this team to play well. You can't go and beat Liverpool and then come back and lose to Sunderland. As much as we all know that these days Liverpool is just being beaten by everybody, right? Yesterday they lost as well. And look at where Manchester United is. Right? People were laughing at Manchester United. They were saying that they will be relegated, they're not playing well, and they just win 3 games. And look where they are now. Right? They are at the moment at what, number 5, right? City is also struggling, right? But still, they are in the top what? In the top 4. It's fine. They will find their way up. You can't go to number 9 and think that you come back as quickly as possible to in the top 4. It's difficult, and this is where the problem is. This is where the problem is. You can't concede goals like that. The truth of the matter is that we don't have defenders, we don't have goalkeepers. That is the bottom line. Okay, I'm done with Chelsea. Let's talk about the El Clasico, right? What a game it was yesterday, right? It was just as good. I think I saw two things that I saw yesterday, right? Is the fighting spirit of Real Madrid. They fought and fought and fought, and even Barcelona, this is what you look at when two big teams play, right? They fought and fought, even um, their goals, and they scored in the first half, and they make sure that what they are going to defend those goals with their lives, which Chelsea cannot do. Which Chelsea cannot do. These guys, they played exceptionally well. I know it was ugly at the end of the game where Vinicius Junior was trying to fight Yamal and all the Barcelona players coming in and whatever, but it's not good for the brand, but also you should expect those kind of emotions when big teams like that play, right? It was something else. So I think it's one of those games where you look at and say, you know what, I wish I was there. I wish I could have witnessed something like that. It was actually a game and a half, right? So well done to Madrid for winning the El Clasico part one, right? I know you will be going to Bernabeu, so sorry to to Barcelona very soon for the second part of the El Clásico. But I know you are doing well. Real Madrid is at the top now of the league. They will fight for their position. They want to win the league this season. You know what? As much as I don't consider them to win the Champions League this year, but they are fighting, right? They are fighting. They want to be there because Real Madrid, the team itself, it's not the team of you can't compare Real Madrid team with your Arsenal team, with your Bayern Munich team, with your PSG team, right? Because you can't compare the quality of those three teams. Like in Madrid, they've got I think three or four players that have got quality, but the rest they're just squad players. They are not doing well. The third story that I wanted to bring to you guys is about this guy. Mason Greenwood, right? This guy cannot stop scoring goals, right? He's scoring goals week in, week out, week in, week out. And this is my point. If England cannot call him the next window in November, they cannot call him, that means that there is a problem. Unless if he say to the national team or to the coaches that look, don't consider me. But if they don't call him now, then there is a problem. This guy is doing everything that he can. I'm telling you now, there is no winger who is English, who is playing better than Greenwood. Mason is doing so well. He's been playing so well, and he's scoring goals. He's creating goals. He's doing everything that an attacker can do, right? And I even wonder, is one of those guys that we should actually have brought in as Chelsea, maybe because of the policies. Obviously, is above what you call it, above 23 is a policy. But for me, if he had come, he could have even give us a better job than your Gittens and your Garnachos. In fact, while speaking about Garnacho, I just wonder why was he substituted? Actually, he was doing very well. He was doing very well, and then Maresca decided to substitute him. I still don't understand why, because he has still been motivated to score because he had already scored. So I don't know. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that Greenwood deserved to be in the English national team. He deserved to play. But if they don't call him now, then that means that something is very wrong. I don't think they will ever call him again because he is at the top of his game at the moment. So thank you so much. I think we've said much today. Yes, let's meet again tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and see what's going to happen. But yeah, it has been a sad weekend for the Chelsea team, for the Chelsea supporters, for the Manchester City supporters, for the Liverpool supporters. What's going to happen to Liverpool, right? because the more they continue losing the matches, the more the gap is going to be between themselves and Arsenal, right? Because this year it has always been Arsenal or Liverpool, Liverpool or Arsenal. So Arsenal, it seems as if is running away with the league. Let's see what happens. But as we also know that Arsenal is that kind of a team that does very, very well in the start of the season, right? In the second part of the season, they start drawing a lot, they start losing games and all those kind of things. I just hope that they're going to be consistent, right? In fact, they've been so lucky. They haven't had quite a lot of injuries themselves, but also, you know what? They've got a very strong team. If you don't even think that their captain Oligard hasn't played much this season, right? He's one of their star players. I think he's the best number 10 that um, was last season and all those kind of things. But look, let's see what happens in the coming days. Asante Sana. Thank you.